I mean no disrespect, but financial freedom as we were sold is dead. Working 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of our income while watching Social Security go up in smoke isn't my definition of a good time. So what's the fix? Let's turn to a Midwest tradition to teach us a lesson. Apple picking. Did you know that by picking apples, you've actually unlocked the secret of residual income, business ownership, and complete freedom? Let me explain. When you pick apples, there are 3 ways to get them. First is picking them right off the ground. This is the easiest way to collect them, but if you're not careful, you'll pick up some rotten ones and miss out on the second way, which is picking them straight off the tree. This takes a bit more work, but when you do get a hold of one, it's well worth it and far better than the apples off the ground. But the best way is actually to plant your own trees, which give you plenty of apples year after year without ever going to the store or apple picking again. So how does knowing that give you powerful residual income, business ownership, and complete freedom? Well, did you know there are also 3 types of income out there? Active, leveraged, and residual. Each one works differently in our life. First is active income. This is how most of us are taught to make money in school, to trade hours for dollars at a job or in our own business. To make more money, we have to work more hours picking apples off the ground. It's where we all start, but if we want to make more money, we have to move into the second type, which is leveraged income. This is when we specialize to the point where we make drastically more because of what's in our mind. Think about a doctor or a super smart engineer. They're still trading their time for money, but they're getting the best apples straight off the tree. Unfortunately, most people trade their whole life earning money and will eventually lose the ability to perform from age or life changes. And then there's the third and best source of income. We call this source residual. And like the apple orchard, if you plant your own trees and get your own apples year after year without picking them, it'll give you the longest and most self-sustaining form of income. But for most people, it's almost impossible to get to a place where they can live off their residual income. Now we call this place financial security. So why is it so hard? Well, it starts with eating the apples, the active income. We make some money, but it quickly gets spent on bills, kids, and the liability of living. So we start working harder, longer, and getting more degrees so we can invest the extra for retirement. And if everything goes perfectly, we should have enough to retire on 40% of our income if we stay disciplined. It's better than working till death, but it still doesn't compare to what happens when you get to a place where your residual income exceeds your bills. So why do we all want residual income? Well, a few reasons. Common sense says that residual income will give us more money, and he's right. But on top of that, when you start making more residual income than your bills, you have something called freedom. This is kind of like your boss calling you into work when you'd rather be surfing, hang gliding, building your own business, or spending time with family and telling him, "No thanks, I'm feeling too good to come in today," because you made more in your own business than with your job. So if it's so important, why aren't you doing it already? Well, because it's hard. In order to receive enough residual income to live, we have to bring in more than our bills, plus a little extra. Typically, there's only been 3 ways to do it. Dividend payments from our retirement accounts, like a 401k, IRA, or mutual fund, real estate investments, or the most rare, a business that runs without us. In the 1930s, MLM or network marketing came to be and provided a 4th avenue for residual income. Here's how it works. A manufacturer produces a product and allows you to sell it and make a commission. Then you recruit members to your team to do the same, and you receive a piece of their commission. It starts off small, but as it grows, it can get very, very big, and sometimes it gets so big that it can run without you. Best of all, it's generally low startup cost and low risk. Sounds pretty good, right? So why doesn't everybody do it? Well, a few reasons. First, most network marketing companies teach their reps to recruit their friends and family or sell them products no matter what kind of damage is done to the relationship, something we never endorsed. Which also leads to reason number 2, the pyramid scam lie. Some people incorrectly assume since you make a commission off people in your team, it's a scam, which couldn't be further from the truth. This misunderstanding combined with reps sacrificing relationships gives parts of the industry a bad rap, and rightfully so. Now, actual illegal pyramid scams make their members pay to get into a structure in which their only goal is to get more people to pay into that structure. There's never a product being sold. Also, in a pyramid scam, you can never make more than the person above you, which is quite the opposite in network marketing, where you can always make more than your sponsor. And most destructive of all are the network marketing companies themselves. Most companies are in business to do one thing, sell their products, which doesn't sound all that bad, except in this industry, it is. Since their number one goal is to make a profit, most companies will lure in lots of new distributors to build their company with a great sounding compensation plan and slick marketing. But once the company gets big and the board gets greedy, they change the contracts, cut the pay, and leave everyone out to dry. So if there's so many problems with network marketing, why do people do it at all? Well, imagine if you had a huge business that paid residually, ran with low involvement, had virtually zero financial risk, and could be built anywhere. Wouldn't that be the dream? It's kind of like having thousands of sales reps selling life-changing products and giving you a piece of their commission for training them back in the day. Sounds pretty good, right? As you can tell, having big residual income is the goal. But how do we get there without saving to our 401k forever, taking on the massive risk in real estate, or dealing with all the politics of a network marketing company getting greedy? Well, that's the question we asked ourselves, and at first it seemed like an impossible question. But recently, with the help of our founders, we've developed an encompassing business opportunity that brings nearly all of the upsides of network marketing while removing almost all the downsides. We call it the hidden asset class. Check out how this works. The first ever multi-line compensation plan pays over 50% on every dollar directly to the reps and is completely unlimited, making it the highest paying structure we've ever found in network marketing history. While many companies claim a 50% plus payout and unlimited potential, they hide behind slick legal language and confusing math, because in reality they're limited and pay much, much less. Not only that, but the founders challenge you not to believe what they say, but believe what they put in writing in the industry's most disruptive Bill of Rights, a legal document binding us to your original contract, so that you're protected from the company if someone up top ever gets greedy and wants to change the compensation plan. It's sad to say, but other companies simply keep all the power. But here, you really do own your own business. Best of all, rather than creeping on your family at Thanksgiving dinner or stalking friends online to sell your products, you'll have access to industry professionals teaching you how to build your income without hurting your relationships, and no matter what your personality type is. But don't take our word for it. Get your RX business started today. Do the test and prove it to yourself. After you do, you'll discover a few things. First is RX products are the most transformational you've ever had. Second, you'll experience an incredible mental state called momentum when you start associating with others who are chasing something that matters. And third, you'll sense a rush of excitement because you'll have a complete roadmap to achieve your goals. So, do you want to experience what it feels like to be in momentum on the road to complete freedom? If so, then start your RX business today and find out what it feels like to banish boredom, build your legacy, and unleash your human potential. Remember, in your quest for freedom, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now.